how can you link it up to building capacity of media professionals? So these stories don't stay within communities only, but they have
how can you link it to?
Yeah, to wider media intervention. So to not have the stories isolated into the communities in which they are filmed, but to make them of use for a much wider audience.
Zooming right in on Watch Out Uganda.
Yeah.
I wanted to understand them a little bit better and know how and why they use digital storytelling and what stage they're at now. So how and why they use it and what stage they're at and what their ambitions are.
And my goal was actually the same as yours. How to apply video diaries in M&E of projects and sharing it with communities. Yeah, that's nice. You learned. What were your most important learning?
I've learned that in our work, the process needs to be participatory. And this participatory, the process of documenting using the video needs to be participatory. We need to include the target group that we are working with as much as possible to take record of this video and not guided by us. We let them do the work, and this ties well with the earlier session we had on participatory media. So it just strengthens the use of participatory media in capturing the video. Yeah, that's what I have learned.
This tool can be used to capture information, both visual and audio, and can be shared on wider platforms because resources can only be used within given communities and target groups. But the experiences...
Sorry. The tool can be used to capture visual and audio information?
Yes.
And it can be used...
And the resources can only be applied to a given small community, but the learnings and the experiences from it can be shared with a larger community using platforms like radio.
Same as Matthias, and I've learned also the motivation and the desires of the Ugandan team to take the process one step further.
Matthias learned,
Okay.
what Petra learned. And I think what's really important is that Watch Out in Uganda is trying to use it to improve their project outcomes. But now, after this week, their ambitions have grown, I think. Can I say that? And they really want to be able to use that to have potentially in participatory radio and to bring it to more communities, but also to use it in a more structured manner and in a more professional manner in their work, and that you feel very inspired to do that. And that makes me really pleased that we're all sitting here. Yeah.
Probably use this, for example, for that it could be a good tool for the ideal monitoring assess, to capture some evidence for the ideals, which is always very difficult to see the progress for the life skill program. If we really want to use it for the monitoring, that we have to think well about the sampling. I mean, yeah. So how do you decide which ideals group you pick, which of the kids within the group? So then you can have the story as well. Like, so it's not just the evidence. So it's not just the testimonies, but you can also say, yeah, we've just made a selection from these and these groups out of so many, and it's a sort of representative for the bigger group. And so that's the sampling part.
But maybe to add on to that was from the earlier his presentation. You can actually let them do the selection.
Yeah.
From among you, again ties up with being participatory. From among you, you select who you think three are the best that we can use.
Definitely. But then you also need to take into account that, how do you meet this? So that also requires then a little bit of facilitation skills.